I'm so excited to be here. We are in for an epic time. So this whole presentation, this whole course is about how to remove the limitations that get in the way of your success. And this will actually work even if you feel as if everything you have tried has failed. And I don't know about you, you may have been trying so many things over the last few weeks, months, years, and whatever happens, we just seem to be facing the same old issues. Now, I'm going to put a stop to that. And I know it's a very big claim, but trust me, I've been there. I've experienced so much worry and doubt and fear in my life, but I managed to overcome it. So I'm going to get into my own personal story, but I want to make sure that this is exactly for you. So who is this for? If you feel like you've tried everything, if you're sick of the constant internal battle, if you feel lost and alone in your struggle, and if you're willing to do whatever it takes, and if you want the shortcut to true personal power. Because let me put it this way. If you have a yes for even one of those, but I'm sure and hopefully it's all of those, if you say yes to those, I promise you, absolutely promise you, this will transform your life. And not only will it transform your life, but it's actually going to transform those who you actually interact with. So maybe your spouse, maybe your children, maybe your colleagues, your work, your business, your career, your health, your relationships, your finances. You see, when you get your mind right, it really means that you have an opportunity to take on anything with a greater confidence. It will allow you to be able to just have that emotional freedom to get into any situation that you desire and to consistently achieve what you wish. I really believe that we all have the ability to make that change. So if you're with me today, go ahead and let me know in the questions, the chat box right there saying yes, that you are ready to learn. Because if you are, this is where we're going. So go ahead. Okay, we got some yeses there. So great to have you, my friends. Great. Awesome. Perfect. You are all ready to shine brighter than ever before. So let's get straight into it. So here's my big goal, okay? If you want to shed all your fears, doubts, and worries, if you want to let go of the past, and by the past, I really mean sometimes we've been through stuff in our life, like the significant emotional events, the events which just hit us for six, and we kind of feel a little bit beaten up by them. Sometimes you might have been bringing in the past into your present situation. Have you noticed that sometimes? That maybe because you've had X amount of bad relationships or X amount of situations in your work, you seem to just bring that belief system, that mentality, that experience of the not so cool events into your present situation. So this is going to allow you to free your mind, to free your body from that past conditioning. You see, the past may have brought you to this place right now, but what we do right here, right today, and throughout this course will absolutely transcend everything to a whole new level, to unleash your inner giant of confidence and create the emotional freedom. Now, in this first module, this first session is about pressing the mute button. How to shut off that annoying little voice in your head to finally achieve what you want. Have you noticed that sometimes? Sometimes we would never treat our best friend how we treat ourselves. Sometimes we belittle ourselves. We say, I'm not worthy, I'm not good enough, I'm not capable. Who am I to be able to achieve those goals? Well, today we are working precisely on letting go of the one thing, and I do mean the one thing, which is stopping you live that profound life. You see, life is meant to be profound. Life is meant to be of abundance. Life is about you creating the success that you really want. Now, if we have that internal dialogue, that internal battle, then it's going to be very hard to be able to get that. It's going to be very much like a battle and a struggle, and we don't win that way. And I like to surround myself with people who have mastered the mind and body game. And I've gone on this big journey for the last, it's almost 16 years now, of having uncovered the secrets of how the mind works, how you can consistently get the results. So in this session, we are discovering the one thing that's stored in your unconscious and how, once uncovered, will get your inner voice to be your very own superstar motivational speaker. Can you imagine that you're just like super pumped up? I love just waking up in the morning ready to take on the rest of the day because I've got my mind in the right place. Now, it's not to say I don't go through stuff, because we're human. We go through events, but the better insight, the better ability that you have over your mind that you can harness, it means you can go ahead and tackle those human events, those things which happen to us, but coming from a place of power. Now, the hint here is this one thing is the only reason why you may have tried everything, but nothing else has worked. I'm going to get into that very, very soon. But a little bit about me first, okay? Because I think it's really of value to be able to get a good idea of who I am. So my name is Joseph Clough, and I'm a best-selling author of the book Be Your Potential. I've worked with many celebrities, film directors, and athletes in getting the peak performance and success. So the cool thing about that is I've managed to model what they do really good. So I plan to be able to share with you how you can start to install the right mindsets, the right thoughts, the right feelings, the right resources, and the right strategies which produce that consistent results. And also, which is crazy for me to even think about, and there's something which I just feel so blessed and so like full of gratitude. I started a podcast out probably about 5 years or so ago, and since then it's been downloaded over 7 million times, and I've been doing this. Can you believe I've been doing this for 15 plus years? I actually started working with clients professionally when I was just 18 years old, and quite frankly, the day I decided something different, the day I decided that something had to change in myself, the day my life just transformed. I began to attract what I want, get the right mindsets to produce those consistent results. And I've got loads of crazy testimonials online. And also, here's the thing, Reb. So I wanted to be able to say to you what I've achieved simply because it was never always that way. You see, I've got to be honest with you. My name is Joseph Clough, and I'm an ex-anxious, depressed, overweight, college dropout guy who went on a mission to overcome it all. You see, when I was young, I used to experience so many issues, but today I speak in front of hundreds and hundreds of people on stage, sharing them how they can begin to make changes. You see, my story came from a place where I was constantly in fear as a child. I used to blush at a drop of a hat. If someone spoke to me, I was just blushing, worried, self-conscious, fearful, doubtful, didn't believe I was good enough or worthy, and it was horrible. And you could say it was almost my biggest success, because if it weren't for my issues, I would not have stepped up to be able to really get into this. You see, sometimes, and here's what I'm going to share with you today as well, that your issues can be your greatest powers. The things that you're facing right now can be your biggest instigator, which will cause you to live the most phenomenal life, to be able to experience the health, the wealth, the relationships, the career, the finances, all the things that you really want in a profound way, where you come from that place of power. But I tried everything, okay? I went to use alcohol to relax me. I used comfort food to comfort me, and it's really like escapism. Has anyone ever thought about that? Like, maybe we're doing certain behaviors which we're just trying to change our emotional state, whether it be food, whether it be drugs, whether it be alcohol, whether it be just trying to run away from certain situations to stay in our comfort zone, which is actually the most, probably a very uncomfortable zone when you think about it, because we don't feel that empowered. We try so many things to be able to get out of the situation. I even tried medication. I tried talk therapy. I felt like I didn't belong. And I dropped out of college, and I would have to say, because I was not worthy, I didn't feel good enough because of the experiences that I was going through, because of the symptoms that I was experiencing on a daily basis, where I'd pretty much go to school, go to college. When I first got a job, I hated going out there, speaking to people. I hated just the thought of having to do something because I was just full of dread. I experienced it in the pit of my stomach. I felt my heart racing. But I'm here to share that it doesn't have to be that way. You see, I've been through so many things in my life, so many emotional worries and doubts and fears, that something had to change. And I figured it out. And I promise you, if you follow my step-by-step strategy, you're going to be able to make the change.